Draw in pairs. Keep your distance. Don't be scared. It's going to be a set of ideas that consider where we're going with anything. Two things. Whatever those two things are, take your pick. Anything. Any two things. That's what we're working at. That's the space we're in. Um, how do they compare? What's the difference? And then suppose for any choice that you're selecting one, the other, both, or neither, any possible choice, or some portion of any of them, so that you don't have to take the whole thing, depending on what it is. I mean, this is conceptual, this is abstract ideas we're just talking about here. Um, how do you bring it to fore that one idea obviates a choice over another? What other concept, what other construct uh, might we have to make determinations for any decision? I mean, there are certainly ideas that we can have for some, like if we construct it in a certain way that it maps onto the relevant ideas, that it's constructed in a way that, okay, this reflects the truth of reality, that makes the determination itself, once held, stand. So how can we be certain in our determinations? How can we find certitude? And where we're more uncertain, yeah, that drops it to nil, right? If it's a 50-50 chance, how certain are you that it's one or the other? Well, you're not certain at all. It could be either, equally. So if they're equal, then it's completely uncertain. And if it's completely unequal, to where it's all on one side and not on the other, then it's certain for both directions. Um, so in finding meaning, we'll go at it from the reverse. In finding meaning, the difference obviates the choice, right? So you're looking at a set of things where there are some similarities and there are some differences in the spaces that you're looking at them for, right? What are the relevant spaces for these two things? So you find the similarities, you find the differences, you compare them, and it's the difference that obviates the choice. The similarities can be can obviate like a meta choice, like a choice about whether to do that thing or not, because it demonstrates, similarity demonstrates consistency, right? So that's how you can jump between levels as a kind of amplificatory uh, decisional effect. I'm not sure how to say that one. I'll have to work on that. Um, but of the sort where you're constructing the uh, the components of a thought in that like the verbiage of it, or the verb the verb action word. Anyway, I fumble on words sometimes. I think it's just that when the difference in the meaning is enough to obviate some set of choices, whether you're moving in like a horizontal plane. So what are the differences? Or if you're moving in a vertical plane, what are the similarities? And if it's way up over here, there are a lot of big differences and a lot of big similarities. And that's like, where are we? Here we are, over here. So if we're over here, then that's a lot of differences, not a lot of similarities. Am I doing this right? Is this how I want to orient it? Anyway, we can go with that, and you can guess what what this one up here is. So where is it that thoughts take us whenever they take us anywhere? Pick two things. Any two things. Any ideas you like. They can be simple. They can be complex. Try not to make them too complex. Don't be. Well, no. You know what? If you want to try and write down the most complex thought you can think of and just keep writing until you're done writing, fantastic. Love to see it. Or just come up with any two ideas and think about how they compare and say then you all join into a group and decide, okay, well, what are your two ideas? What are your two ideas? Go around and then figure out a way to kind of like make a decision to find the best idea. How would you do that? Sounds like a fun activity.